headlines today. President Biden says Vladimir Putin clearly committed war crimes as the International Criminal Court issues an arrest warrant for the Russian leader over the war in Ukraine.
Junior doctors say there'll be no more strikes while pay talks take place with the government.
A phenomenal 31...
More than £30 million has been raised for good causes in this year's Comic Relief.
Good morning. It's crunch time for Ireland in the Six Nations. They have the chance to win the Grand Slam in Dublin against England on St Patrick's Day weekend.
Take a look at today's papers. The front page of the Times is focusing on the strikes at the Passport Office, which are expected to delay more than 1 million applications. Members of the Public and Commercial Services Union are walking out over pay and conditions.
And as we're reporting today in the Telegraph, they're leading on the arrest warrant that's been issued for the Russian leader Vladimir Putin. That's by the International Criminal Court.
The Daily Mirror declares victory over cruel hunters. It says MPs have voted to ban hunters from importing animal body parts as trophies.
And just look at one of the most read stories on the BBC News website this morning. Tells how a fraud victim has won £153,000 refund despite not being automatically entitled to one.
It's remarkable, actually, how that scam kind of evolved and the efforts that were put in to get that gentleman's money back. So it's going to be really interesting hearing from Dan later. I love inventions and, like, technology, and this is one I understand, and I think it's a really useful one. So experts at Nottingham Trent University have been looking at ways to prevent people from falling or to monitor people who are at risk of falling, because when, especially the elderly, when they fall, it can be just a step towards becoming more and more ill because you obviously lose mobility and health. So they've invented a sock, right, that you put over the foot. It's an you put over your foot or over your sock that you're wearing, and it's got this motion sensor embedded in the ankle. Oh, can you see it? No. There we go. It's got this motion sensor embedded in the ankle, and it connects to a person's phone or like via Bluetooth or another device. And then there's a process, an algorithm, which processes all the movement data, right? So it kind of figures out how the person moves. And then any movement that's detected to be unusual, so it could be a fall or a near fall, is detected, and then it triggers an alarm on the phone, right?
Oh, that would alert someone that something has happened.
Exactly. So if there's say there's an elderly
someone living
person
on their own, for example.
Exactly. Or if there's an elderly person in a care home, whatever, you can monitor them, and so it's really quickly communicated. So it prevents them. So if they're having a near fall or just having a bit of a wobble, it kind of stops. It prevents the kind of the worst fall coming.
I suppose the danger could be that any untoward movement that is not a calamity would also trigger a situation.
If you're kind of elderly or frail anyway and not likely to be jumping around or whatever normally. So I just thought that was a really useful invention.
Sounds like good technology.
Really simple.